Greetings, Abundant Life Church family. I want to use this video to greet you and tell you guys how much I love and appreciate you. You guys have been absolutely amazing in your faithfulness and your flexibility during this challenging time. And I just want to say how much I appreciate all of you. I realize that some of you have been here for the drive-in services. Some of you have chosen to be online. But whatever you've done, I know you've done it with the right spirit. And I appreciate you. I want to also say I've been amazed by the faithfulness of you as the church in your giving and supporting. Many of you have given so generously above and beyond to allow and empower us to do ministry, to share and help others. So thank you, church family. Thank you for being the blessing you are. Thank you for being who you are in Christ and being so supportive of what God is doing here. Now, I want to give you an update on where we're at, and I want to talk about what the plan is as we move forward. So as of this week, it is May, and we'll be looking at this Sunday, May the 10th, Mother's Day. We're going to be having a drive-in service for this Sunday. We're making our plan to begin in-person service where we will gather here in the sanctuary starting next Sunday, May the 17th. So here's what you need to know. This Sunday, we will drive in. We will have our worship service as we have been on the outside. We would like to acknowledge all our moms. We know it's Mother's Day, so we want to give you a gift and just tell you how much we love you, but we're going to do it at a distance. So we want to maintain those social distancing practices and keeping everyone in the car. And I might just remind you, when you come to the drive-in service, it's really important that you take care of your personal business before you get here so you don't have to get in and out of the car unless it's absolutely an emergency. I think that would be good. But starting on May the 17th, we're going to begin our in-person services here in the sanctuary. And those services are going to take place on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. as we have previously done for our morning services. So we will have that starting on the 17th and move forward having those Sunday morning services at 10 for our English-speaking congregation, and Spanish services will be at 1 o'clock. So that is our plan as we move forward. We will not have Wednesday night or Sunday night services in person. We will continue to have those online. So the plan is live services Sunday morning in person here in the sanctuary at 10. Sunday afternoon at 5, we will be online. I will be recording messages and have our recorded worship there for you to watch and be encouraged on Sundays at 5. And then on Wednesday night, we will do a live broadcast where you can watch it on Facebook and YouTube. So that is our plan as we move forward. Now here's some things that you need to know. And let me say this, I understand it's a different time. I understand it may be a little bit unique and challenging, but here's the key word here, flexibility. I believe all of us need to have a Christ-like spirit, continue to have the same spirit that Christ had and be humble and have a gentle heart. As we move forward with this, what you need to know is before you arrive, you should ask yourself 3 questions. Number 1, have I been sick or in the hospital in the last month? If so, you would need to stay home. If you have had a temperature in the last week, you would need to stay home. Or if you've been exposed around or exposed to anybody that's had the virus or symptoms of the virus, you would need to stay home. And the reason we're asking you to do this is not that we don't want to see you, but we want you to be considered and we want to take precautions so that we don't expose anyone. The next thing you need to know that we will have a limit of 125 people in our sanctuary because of the requirement to have social distancing and proper spacing. We will have a limit of 125 people. Now that is going to require you to reserve your spot for your family. And let me say this so that you understand. As you come in the sanctuary, you can sit together as an immediate family, but you cannot sit with someone that's not your immediate family. You'll have to keep the proper 6-foot distance from everyone else. So families will sit together, family style. Children, all children will be together in the sanctuary. There will not be a nursery. There will not be children's activities other than everyone will come and sit here in the sanctuary. So reserve your spot. We will be preparing to have 125, and if we reach a point where we have more than 125 reserved, then we will begin with another service on Sunday morning because we want to give everyone the opportunity to attend. Other things that you need to know is when you pull into the parking lot, you will need to make sure you put on your mask when you exit your car. As soon as you get out of your car, you should have your mask on. You'll need to keep your mask on the entire time you're here. As you come in the building, involved in the worship, go out the building until you get back to your car, and then you can take your mask off. Another thing we're going to ask you to do is as you're entering the building, there will be someone that will do a quick forehead scan for your temperature to make sure that you do not have a temperature. We're trying to do that so that we can take care of you and everyone around you. So we will probably ask you the same questions I just asked you already. If you've been sick or in the hospital, if you've had a temperature that's above 100, or if you have been around someone that's exposed to the virus, then you'll need to make sure that you not be part of the service until you're free of all those symptoms. As you come into the building, you will enter from the front. Everyone will enter from the front, and as you come in, you will need to do the hand sanitizing as you walk in the door. You will come in immediately and be seated. Our giving during this time will be done during the receptacles. As you come in the what we call the main entrance front doors, you will find those giving receptacles. If you want to give something by traditional manner, you can give there. If you would like to give electronically, then of course you can continue to give by your phone or whatever electronic method you would like to use. So that will be our giving method. As you come in, there will be people to greet you at the door. There will be ushers in the sanctuary to direct you at a proper place. We will fill up from the front to the back so that will allow us to get you in without having to have any more interaction than necessary as far as with people. So we will look forward to accommodating you in that way. I also want to mention to you that you should not arrive before 9:40. There is no real reason that you should be here early. I know some of you may like to come early and visit and whatnot, but because we're not able to really socially interact, it's better to limit the exposure. So don't arrive any earlier than 9:40, then we'll allow everybody to come in. And as you come in the door, we look forward to you being here with us. And when we're having our worship time, everyone should keep your mask on except myself as the speaker or whoever the speaker is for that day, and those that are going to be the singers doing the singing. All the musicians, everybody else in attendance will keep their mask on. When we come to the close of a service, then what we plan on doing is having our altar time in the seat. Nobody will come to the altar. We will not gather or cluster, but we will have our prayer time. Our closing time will be just where you are seated, and I believe that God can speak to you there. As we close the service out, we ask everybody to promptly go out the back doors and back to your car. I know we would like to hug and shake hands and give a high five, but that will not be appropriate under these circumstances. There's going to come a time, my friend, that we're going to be able to hug each other, give each other a high five, and I'm just going to warn you now, when they release this, when everything's clear, I'm going to be hugging everybody and holding on to you and shaking your hand and giving you high fives, because I really miss that social interaction. I miss that connection with you, but I also understand I need to not do that in consideration of you. So when we end the service, you'll be released to go from the back to the front, be going out, and you'll go immediately back out to your car. One other thing I might mention that will be helpful for us as we do this is that you try to take care of going to the bathroom, personal business, before you get here. Now, I know some of you may need to go to the bathroom while you're here, and that is okay. But if we try to take care of it where most of us don't need to go in the bathroom, then that once again will be helpful to prevent or at least limit the exposure that people would have with each other. So these are things that we're going to try to do. You should be receiving in a letter in the mail, just like this one I'm reading from today, and it will give you all of this information. It also gives you my phone number, which is 870-723-4210. If you have any needs, any questions, or any concerns about this or anything else, I encourage you to please call me, connect with me, and let me help you, support you, do anything we can as a church for you. So these are what we're doing. This is our plan. You may be saying, well, what about the future? We're trying to get through this 1 month at a time. So this is our plan for May. When we get to June, we will have another update with you and tell you what phase 2 is and how we're going from there. We are exploring some possibilities for what we could do on Wednesday night, children's ministries, youth ministries, but there won't be any activities other than a Sunday morning family style service through the month of May. That will start on May the 17th at 10 a.m., the 24th and 31st, so the 3 Sundays left in May. We will do this, and after that, we will evaluate and update you. So I love you guys. I look forward to seeing all of you. When you get your letter in the mail, be sure and read over it. If you have any questions or concerns, you can feel free to call me. But we're going to have a great month. God's going to do amazing things, and I believe when we come together, His presence is going to meet us here. I love you all. I pray God bless you and keep you and cause His face to shine upon you. And I look forward to seeing you on May the 17th at 10 a.m. Come ready, come excited, come believing that God's going to do amazing things. We'll talk to you soon. God bless.